We'll have to talk about that in a second. Hopefully in today's video, we get one of these cars working. I'm talking about you, Mr. MR2. You guys preferred the new camera, so today we're gonna be using the new camera. We made a video a couple of days ago explaining to you why I won't be driving the MR2 at all, because I made a big mistake and I broke part of the axle, which helps the axle hold itself together. However, I'm an idiot. I found and figured out a way, that C-clip, to properly mount to the axle. It was kind of smart, but at the same time, you know, I should have thought about it earlier and should have probably not named the title that until I figured that out. So other than that C-clip I destroyed, it was one little metal clamp that goes around the CV axle boot. So that's why I need to go to Repco today. We need to pick up that part, and the car should be running and should be working today. I'm so excited.
Good morning, Repco.
Ordered some parts for Click and Collect. Some like CV axle kit. That's how you order your goods now. You call them and they come out to you. Don't even have to leave my car, but can't even walk into their shop. It's good and bad. Good, how are you?
Is that?
Good on, sweet.
Good on you.
Thank you. Hell yeah, baby. So this axle boot kit looks like it's been stored for years, and that's because this is on clearance and I got this whole thing for like $1. I can't even use this. Don't need this. All I need is these clamps. So I bought them for like $1. That's it, that's all I need. Let's get started. So it's probably necessary that I explain exactly what I mean by getting this car back on the road, even though I made a video saying that I'm not gonna be getting it back on the road for a couple of weeks. Now, originally what happened was this C-clip right here was completely warped, it was completely out of shape, and there was no chance that I could possibly get it wrong. Well, that's obviously wrong because I've got it back on, but what I decided to do was try to bend it back into shape. That took me quite a few, there's a lot of TLC involved, but we managed to do it, a lot of elbow grease, and I bent the C-clip back in place to the point where it was like gonna snap back on. So eventually, it's on. That's all you need to know. The annoying thing as well is I put this on before I put this shaft sort of like dampening balancer thing. I don't know if it's 100% necessary, but we're gonna run it anyway. But all you need to know is that instead of buying one of these, you can bend them back in place. And that's where I went wrong. And I get a lot of comments saying, you know, like, Rex, why would you even bother doing this? You know, why would you bother taking the axle apart? Why would you bother trying to fix it yourself? You know, like, this is one of the things where it's better to just try it because you're gonna end up saving money. The second thing is, the biggest thing is that you'll learn something. So I failed and I learned something. So failure shouldn't be like a bad thing. It should be looked at as, you know, me learning something. So I don't understand why so many people were chucking out a lot of hate. A lot of you guys were giving me the thumbs up, so thank you very much. But we've now figured out exactly how to repair these axles so we can apply this to Lachlan's MR2 in the future and save us a good amount of money instead of having to buy whole new axle CV shafts and stuff. You know, that's sometimes a better decision, but in this case, you know, when we just replace the boot because the CVs are fine, then there's not really an issue at all. And just like that, guys, the axle is done. We're going to install this in the car now. You can see that I've got the boot on with the two clamps. I'm not too sure if I did this up tight enough. That's going to be the biggest issue here. If that's not tight enough, it's a learning experience. So we'll see what happens. Luckily, that side's on the hub side, not the transmission side, so grease shouldn't be too bad going everywhere, which it would suck, but you know. We're going to go ahead and install this axle now, and hopefully get the car off the jack stands. A really good idea is to check where the axles go in. So there's seals around the transmission where the axles mount to the transmission. Sometimes they leak. Luckily in my case, because I've replaced them when I did the engine swap, they're not leaking at all. But make sure you check that if you're ever doing an axle job. Oh, this is gonna suck. Liquid gold, baby. All right, so we have the axle completely installed now. Everything's good and torqued to spec. Luckily, we're able to get everything on successfully because every time I've done this, I've done it with 2 people, so it's really hard to do it by yourself. I'm gonna need 2 people to fill up the transmission, which we'll talk about in a second, but I'll quickly show you exactly what's going on under here. How the sus. We got some brand new axle boots, as you can see, and this axle's extra long. It goes all the way down there. So we should have no issues at all. If we do, mistakes are made, lessons are learned, and we can do it better next time. So before we fill up the transmission, the first thing that I want to tell you guys is that this is what you need if you're going to put oil in your transmission. So this gear oil is the best gear oil to put in your S54 transmission. If you have an NA or turbo transmission in your MR2, you need to put MT90 in. I can't remember how many times I've been recommended this stuff. We've used it in Lachlan's MR2, my MR2, Andrew's MR2. What it does is it repairs your synchros pretty much. It doesn't repair them. You can't repair synchros, but if your gearbox is a little tiny bit crunchy, it might actually save it. So you might be lucky if you use that fluid. In my case, mine's not crunchy at all, luckily, because I got a brand new transmission pretty much, and I've never had an issue with it. So make sure you use Redline MT90 for your S54 transmission. Can't recommend it enough. We're gonna fill this sucker up with some transmission fluid and get the car off jack stands, drive it out and see how she feels. Hopefully the axle boots stay on there. If they don't, do it another time. But I can't tell you how excited I am to be able to drive this car again. I am so excited. Where you at? No strip gang? Eey, we got it. Eey. Get this baby. Nah. Yeah, sweet. Alright guys, we have the MR2 now lowered on the ramps over here, the Pro Speed Racing ramps, so the lowered ramps. Everything's good, ready to go. We're gonna start the car for the first time in a couple of weeks. Hopefully this thing hasn't had its battery fully drained. Let's see what happens. Probably should chuck this bad boy up. Check it's on in gear. Start her up. Oh my. That was a loud cold start. Damn. I can't tell you how happy I am having this car back on the road. This is super cool. It's always interesting having your car not working for so long, but when you get it working, it's just like, wow. How much you miss your car is incredible. So here we are, MR2, back again. Damn! Sorry about the wind noise. Have a sus, guys, she's back. Yes. It's been a while. Eey. Oh yeah, baby. Gearbox feeling good. Nice. Well, here we go. The MR2 is back, guys. I'm super happy that we finally have this thing on the road again. It was really triggering me that I wasn't able to fix the car until I got that part. I'm so glad that I was able to figure it out. And like I said, there was a lot of bad comments, but you know, I don't understand why there would be, because you know, I'm trying these things and I'm learning from them. So that's the biggest benefit out of all this. Failure is a huge benefit to you because you learn something from it. So yeah, for Lachlan's axles, when we do those, we'll know exactly what to do. So I've learned something. We'll be able to do it on the cheap. We won't have to buy whole new CV axles, which I know a lot of people suggest, but I think they're about, you have to buy them for about 100 a side. So it's still more expensive than replacing the boots, which will be a perfect fix. We're gonna quickly clean up the garage. There's a few things that I need to do to the MR2 before we wrap up this video, but I'm super happy that we have it back. A lot of you guys have been asking questions about the Benke MR2 and when it's gonna get done and when we're gonna put the V6 in there. The only thing that's stopping us from doing it is the wiring harness. So we still need to wait for that. The engine is ready to go. We've just been cleaning up the transmission for the car as well. Look at this dirty boy. Kids. So the transmission was very dirty, but it's all clean now. Lachlan was gonna paint it, but he can't be bothered anymore. So that'll be done soon. Anyway, we're gonna be purchasing a manual transmission for the Chaser. I've said this before, today we're actually gonna pick it up. So we are picking up an R154 manual 5-speed Toyota transmission. It's a very popular transmission for the swap, obviously because it comes in the car from factory. There's other options like the T56 and the,
CDI9?
the CD09, but that's stupid expensive to get in there. Just the custom bill of housing, it's like $5 grand. No, it's like 3K shipped. But we're gonna pick up the manual transmission. So I'm gonna take the Camry and we're gonna get a transmission for the Camry. Wah! Oh no! It's so heavy.
What the hell?
The guy that I bought it off just yeeted it, and I don't understand how. It's so heavy. Ah. Dude selling me the transmission. How did you do that? So I know the title of the video was a little bit clickbaity, but there's a reason for that. We are releasing merch on the channel for the very first time. Well, I mean, we've got stickers and stuff, but we haven't ever released hoodies and t-shirts before. So this is the Rex H official hoodie. The MR2 V6 inside, that's the design on the back, and you got the RHD logo. We're going to be talking about that in another video, the RHD logo and what it means. But we also have a t-shirt here as well. Super excited with this stuff, the MR2. I'm going to put the hoodie on for you. I was wearing it the whole video, so, you know. And of course, it's a garage hoodie, so like, you wear this in the garage and you work in your car with it, or you just, you know, go to car meets or whatever. But because I work on it so much, it's already got a rip in it. But yeah, this is our first inventory. This is it, guys. I am so incredibly excited for this. Like, I can't tell you how excited I am. I mean, I just did. So that, yeah, doesn't make sense. Like I said, I'll be giving you guys more information on all this stuff in the future videos, but all that you need to know now is that sometime this week or next week, you'll be able to purchase these. So they'll be on the Rex HYT website, which of course is where you can also buy stickers and stuff. We're gonna stop today's video here. We're gonna talk about the manual transmission on the Chaser in the next video, but just know some cool stuff's happening. Catch you all in the next one. I'm including that.
Please don't.